Hello and welcome to Merde, where we talk about bad things happening to good pipes. I'm Amy Mack, and you're not. So, this will be a semi-regular feature on my channel. Don't expect it every week, but it will happen now and again. Kind of a bonus to Merde Monday, where I answer your questions and talk about pipes and tobacco. But today, we're going to be talking about a beloved Dunhill that met a sad fate. So, I have these two dogs. They're Chiweenies. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with what a Chiweenie is, it's a cross between a Chihuahua and a Dachshund, hence Chiweenie. So, my Chiweenies love anything that smells like me or my spouse, and they have a tendency to get a hold of things like socks and shirts and the errant Dunhill pipe. So, the sad tale starts like this. I have my pipes scattered in two places in the house. One is my office, and the other is next to my my recliner, lovingly referred to as the world's ugliest recliner, because it is. And I have a couple of pipe racks next to the recliner, and I keep the pipes that I smoke when I'm sitting in the living room out there. Convenient. Except for the fact that yours truly has a tiny PAD problem. So I've got way more pipes than I've got rack space. So, foolishly, I laid this particular Dunhill on top of the rack instead of putting it in the rack. And then I came home and found this. As you can see, there's a rather large chunk out of the top of this lovely 1968 Dunhill. There's even a little bit of chewing on this side. So after I had a mad fit and cried for a while, it occurred to me that it was my fault for leaving it out where he could get at it, where the pups could get at it, and after I calmed down, I realized that, well, perhaps all was not lost. Which brings me to the point of Pipe Merde, which is, yeah, sometimes bad things happen to good pipes, but rarely is it ever a situation where the pipe has to go in the trash. Now, that's not to say that Baker and Tater haven't gotten a hold of a cop before that's had to go in the trash, but I have a good friend, the cane rod piper, and he restores pipes. So this pipe will likely be going to him at some point in the near future to see if he can work his magic. But considering the man once restored a pipe that had gone through a lawnmower, I have better than average hope that he's going to be able to fix this pipe. It may not be the beloved billiard shape that it once was. It may become more of a pot, a stubby pot. But I have faith that Cane Rod can take this pipe and at least bring it back to its old smoking glory. And also, to be fair, this particular pipe, I picked it up for 75 bucks. This was a Dunhill that had already had a rough life and had to have the stem repaired and some other things done to it. So it's not like he got a hold of a pristine Dunhill. If you'd gotten a hold of my 1971 or my 1975 Dunhill, I might have a new dog, because those are like two of my most beloved pipes, and at some point in the future I will show those to you. They're absolutely gorgeous examples of billiards, and great smokers as well. And this is not a bad smoker. It's always smoked a little bit hot, so I'm also hopeful that when I send it off to Cane Rod, that perhaps he'll be able to maybe put some pipe mud or something in there to make it smoke a little better as well. So, yeah. Because, you know, despite the fact that this has had a lot done to it, it's actually got some beautiful grain. I don't know if you can see it in this light, but there's the blast on this, the rustication blast on this is just absolutely beautiful. So I do, the pipe obviously has some sentimental value to me. It was one of the first Dunhills I ever got. You know, one of the first that I could actually afford. when I started the hobby. So I do hold out great hope that Cane Rod will be able to fix this pipe for me when I send it to him. So tell me your horror stories. Leave them in the comments. What has happened to a beloved pipe of yours? And perhaps we'll talk about it on the next edition of Pipe Merde. As always, if you have questions for me, drop those in the comments as well with the hashtag AskThatWoman, and I will endeavor to answer your questions. You'll be able to see that on the regular feature Merde Monday. As always, keep them lit. Don't let them burn your ash. I'll see you soon. Do take care.